Well, folks, you know you're in for a treat when you hear that tune because it's time for another episode of the RecPoker Podcast. I'm your host, Rob Washam, filling in today for our fearless leader, Jim Reed. And you can find me as Ratman50 almost everywhere. And we have the best freaking job in the world talking poker with our friends here on the podcast every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, live on YouTube. You can join us every week for free and maybe win a prize. Today's guest is Tyreese No Chop Robinson. I have to mention that we are brought to you by Running Aces, the official sponsor of the RecPoker Podcast. Most of what we do here is free, but we're a largely volunteer-based organization, so we depend on support from our sponsors and also from our premium members who take part in our training material and study opportunities for only $22 a month. You can also sign up for free because everything starts with a free account at rec.poker, where all you need to join is an email and a smile. But remember, you can always get your first month of premium for only $5 by using code RecPoker at checkout. Another option is to make a donation to a local food bank. Show us the receipt and receive a free month of RecPoker Premium. Now, they're letting me host the show today, but I'm only one man, and it takes a group, a gang, a village, a crew to make all the magic happen around here. We call this group of wizards the Wrecking Crew. And if you want to learn more about me or the rest of the Wrecking Crew, go to rec.poker-crew. And tonight I'm joined by John Somsky, Joe Koulis, and our ambassador, Dan Kennedy. So what's going on, boys? You were mentioning something about a visit you made to a local casino, Joe.
Yeah, I live in the East Coast, and I decided to take a trip to watch my daughter play in a tournament in Boston area, and I haven't ever actually made it to the area up there at Boston Harbor. And so I figured I'd take a trip. And it reminded me of a number of things that I think that beginning recreation poker players don't often know, which is you really, really, really want to call ahead whenever you go to a casino. Either call ahead, use the app, something. Because if you don't, then you might end up 68th on the waiting list for a 1-2 table. And the time that it can take to get there sometimes leaves you with the opportunity to look at the architecture, to look at all the slot machines, to get a good idea of what the bathrooms were renovated to look like, but not actually play any poker the entire time you're there. So you purchase your chips, and then you turn around later and you bring those same chips back, and they say, well, you got to cash them downstairs because they can't. And then you have to figure out that little trick. And then you go buy an overpriced burger at Shake Shack, and then you leave the casino wondering if you're ever going to come back. But yeah, it was nice. It was nice people. It looked like a poker table and everything else. Big room. But I did not play any poker there.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
I will say it does spread pretty high-level games throughout. I mean, even on a Friday morning, they had 25-50 going. So I was kind of impressed with that. Yeah.
Isn't that one of the places that Andrew Brokus used to play or did play?
No, he plays in Maryland.
Okay.
Yeah. Boston's. So sometimes Bart plays there. He plays his 2-5 there and his 5-10. Bart Hansen. But yeah. And you know what? It wasn't Andrew. It was Nate Mavis has played at Boston Harbor. So
okay, that's probably it.
Yeah.
Anything going on with you these days, John? Anything new to report?
No, not really. I am, though, looking forward to, I do plan this next month or so to make it out to Running Aces and actually play some live poker.
Nice.
Even
with the MSPT?
You got to find out when Daniel is not there, because that's probably going to be your best chance.
I didn't even final table this one. What are you talking about? It was 12th.
Oh, my God. How can you live with yourself?
No patch for you. No patch for you.
So what's going on in your life, Daniel?
Oh, just, grinding away, playing as much poker as possible. We just got done with the big turkey over at Running Aces. Took 12th in that. So 3 off from final tabling their big event for the month for 3 in a row because
Oh,
a milestone and then Hallow Scream, and then we were close to this one, but we'll
nice.
leave it for the MSPT visit. Yeah,
And that's in December, right?
that's in December. Yeah, they've got a 2-week schedule. If people looked at the schedule a few months ago, they did switch it, where the main event's going to be the first weekend and the mini main will be the second weekend. I think because of the WPT Prime overlap.
Oh, okay.
For the second weekend. So,
All right. All right. I guess we can bring our guest in and we can start asking him a few questions. There he is. Hello, Tyreese. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. Thank you. Super happy to be here.
We usually start by asking our guest what his own role in the poker world today is.
My own role in the poker world.
Yeah.
I'm a newbie and falling in love with the game and the community as well. And trying to spread that through the community too. I mean, a lot of people at the home games and stuff, and it's been really fun. So
Cool. So basically you're a recreational player.
yeah, definitely.
And pretty new, but you've had some impressive results lately. So we'll be talking about that in a little while. But first,
Sure.
we got a little thing we call opening the action. What we're going to do is we're going to ask you a bunch of questions. We want quick, no thinking answers, and we're just we give 2 minutes on the clock. And we're
Okay.
going to ask you a series of questions just to kind of get to know you a little bit and what you're a fan of, I guess.
Sounds good.
So, the first question: what is your favorite poker hand?
10-9 suited.
10-9 suited. All right. Is poker a gamble or a skill game?
Skill.
What's your biggest poker pet peeve?
Limp jamming.
Okay. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Oh boy, never seen it.
Oh, okay. How about, is Ace King a drawing hand?
The more I've been playing recently, yes.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Yes. No. There's your answer. Yes, no.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
All right. What's one thing you are afraid of?
Oh, I don't know. A lot.
All right. Tournaments or cash?
Tournaments.
Should vacations be lazy or busy?
Lazy.
What's one thing you complain about in your life?
Poker.
Live poker or online poker?
Live, for sure.
Pineapple on pizza? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Who's one player you respect?
Daniel Kennedy.
Oh my. All right.
Yeah, that sound indicates that there's a wrong answer there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll let the algorithm figure out what your score is, but I think you did pretty well.
Okay.
So we'll see how that goes.
So let me
Now-
just ask real quickly, Rob, just to interrupt.
Sure.
So we always have to ask him. Lorianne will yell at me, who couldn't be here today. But why 10-9 suited? Why is that your favorite hand?
Honestly, I remember just having to pick one, and I just like the playability of it. It's just fun to mess around with. And yeah, I don't know. I had to pick one, and that was the one.
Do you have a nickname for it?
Nope.
No. All right, we got to come up with a nickname for 9-10 suited. Then we'll call it your something you're doing.
For sure. I like that.
All right.
Okay. First of all, we want to welcome our YouTube audience and let them know that they can put any questions they have in the comments, and we'll try to get to those and ask our guests any of the questions that you might have. We're also looking for suggestions for players' names for Stake Study Stack, and we'll lay that on you a little later, Tyreese. You'll learn all about what that whole thing is about.
Sounds good.
And then definitely stick around for the food bank raffle at the end of the show with real prizes brought to you by RecPoker. All right. Now, I was looking over your hand and mob stats. And so you mentioned you were a newbie, and I could tell from your hand and mob stats because the first time that you showed up there was in 2023. I think you had like 2 cashes that whole year. And then in 2024, you had 2 or 3, something like that. But then in 2025, you just went super crazy. You have at least 1 cash every month this year. And of course, very recently, you won the Hallow Scream at Running Aces. And then I just saw that, about a week ago, you won a 350 at Canterbury for another large 4 or 5-digit score. So you've been
chopped the 350.
Oh
what?
boy.
Wow.
Oh, boy.
Well, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna find out what that's all about. So anyway, what changed for you in 2025 that you were all of a sudden playing every day, playing as much as you can, and cashing?
That's a good question. What changed in 2025? I hit a big one at Running Aces. Was my first big score, 1,700. That was my highest score, and 2 weeks later, I hit another like 1,300 or 2,000, something like that, and that kind of just like set me on a snowball for the rest of the year. Is how that kind of got going. But I was playing mostly online those past 2 years, like 20, 23, 24, just in a small club on Club GG and home games with friends for like $20. And then tried testing my skills at Canterbury. And yeah, like I said, it's been a snowball. Once I hit it, I've just kept going.
So basically, you just all of a sudden you had a little bankroll.
Exactly.
So you could take some more chances, play some more tournaments, and then, like you say, it just snowballed. And
Yeah.
you've had a very good year, it looks like.
Yeah.
So now, pardon me?
I said appreciate that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Okay. We're introducing you as Tyreese Robinson, but it's actually Tyreese No Chop Robinson.
Yes,
so
sir.
You got the nickname No Chop.
Yes,
okay,
sir.
where'd that come from?
My brother, my little brother, who's been up at Canterbury with me a lot. He plays more cash games, but he was like on the rail for me for this small tournament, and I had won like this is my second in a row. Within the I won one on Monday, and then this was Wednesday, and it was my second first and no chop. And he just said you should do that for your name, and the tournament director said that was cool, and so I went with it. And then 2 days later, I won another one, comeback win, and I tried to do the no chop, and I won it again, and so it's been sticking.
So it's your trademark. But then why did Daniel then say, wait a minute, he chopped that one?
Because I did. I broke the no chop streak. Just when I won that one a week ago. ICM chop. It was our 11th hour of playing, and I was done. So.
You're tired. You're ready to be done.
And like I said, no chop is not never chop. So.
Okay.
I mean, if I could just interject you talked about, this being such a great year for you. I mean, highest score coming into the event is 2,300 for Hallow Scream. And they start talking chop with 3 people left where you're securing, I think it was 40,000, and they talked about playing for a little bit more, and you hit them with the no chop, in that big of a spot, for that much money. What's the factors in your life that tell you no? Because you had a chip lead, but it wasn't a gigantic one.
Yeah. I I just felt it. I had a solid chip lead, and just playing at that final table, I was ready to go big or go home, and I had to stick to the name. Try it out. This was like the biggest tournament I played ever. So as far as for what we were playing for and how deep I made it. So yeah, I felt it, and so I went with it, and yeah.
All right.
Have you ever considered meeting Chad Holloway, who is known as No Chop Chad?
I do not know who that is, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's a
but
poker player.
we'll go heads up.
All right, that'd be good.
He will probably be back in town for MSPT.
Okay.
Because he lives in Iowa.
Okay. No Chop Chad. All right, let's see.
Yeah.
I thought he lived in Wisconsin. I think Chad's from Wisconsin.
Nice.
Same thing. Irrelevant states that are around us.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's just not Minnesota.
How do we mute his mic? You can do that quickly.
So I want to ask you, Tyreese, had you heard of RecPoker before you got on the final table with two of our prominent members, Daniel Kennedy and Chris Jones?
Yeah, I had just a little bit. I'm from Minnesota, born and raised, and so I played at Aces a few times and saw the logo. I'm on Twitter or X a little bit, and I've seen some stuff. Taylor Maas,
Taylor Maas, yep.
Interacted with him a few times, and so I've come across it a few times, but not super knowledgeable.
So we got a question from the YouTube asking about what was it like to have both Daniel and Chris Jones on the final table at the Hallow Suite?
It was awesome. That was my first time meeting Chris. Great player. He was short stack and came back, and he had the chip lead, had me nervous for a while, but he was a great player. And Dan, I've been getting more acquainted with as we have been running into each other at the poker table, and so it was fun to play with him throughout the tournament and end up at the final table. And then I loved it, but hated to give him the final blow to send him home. But
You know he's very vindictive. Your car hasn't been keyed lately, has it? Or lost some sort of air in the tires? I'm
that
kidding.
Makes sense now. That makes sense.
It's just, yeah. He seems good-natured, but I don't know.
So you're not a professional poker player. How do you spend the rest of your time when you're not playing poker?
Yeah, I work. I'm a full-time software engineer. Work from home, which is sort of also why I've been able to play as much this year. And so I do that, and then hang out with some friends. I just got a puppy a few months ago, and so that takes up a lot of my time. I'm discovering now. So friends and family and video games.
You do anything else recently besides get a puppy?
I got engaged.
Yeah, there we go.
Got engaged to my fiance a month ago. Yeah.
Nice. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
You might have to get her
to the puppy.
Yeah, you might have to get a bigger ring now. You might want to just up the end. It's like, the dog. Oh yeah, that's right. I got engaged.
Oh, and I got engaged.
Yeah,
we've been together a while, but no, it's a big moment. But we're locked in already.
Cool.
Yeah.
Can I ask real quick? Is that the same picture as the one that you went to prom with?
Yes, the same girl. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Wow.
10 years.
Yeah.
So.
Nice.
So we were already locked in.
Now you have a lot in common with our man John Somsky. I believe he's a software engineer of some sort, and he just recently got a new puppy himself.
Nice.
So you have a couple things in common there.
Awesome.
What kind of programming do you do?
I'm actually doing this. It's a low code, no code. It's called Uncork, but just building applications. Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
All right, we're going to take another quick break here, and we're going to talk a little bit about making sure people put their questions in the YouTube chat, and get ready for the raffle at the end of the show. Help us out with rec.poker/support, because we really depend on support from our premium members who take part in our training materials and study opportunities for only $22 a month. Or you could try our Patreon support for $10. And we're gonna in our Patreon, what we've done is we've taken some of our premium content and turned it into an audio only content for you to be able to enjoy while you're driving to and from work, or to and from school, or to and from wherever the heck you're driving. I know when I used to go to work every day, I spent a lot of time on podcasts and Patreon type things like that. And that's where I got a lot of my initial training in poker. So it's definitely worth a while. Check us out. Go to rec.poker to get all that information. All right. Now that we've talked about rec.poker and everything that we can do, we do a lot of training and things like that. So that brings me to mind, what does study look like for you, Tyreese? Now you're a new player. I can't imagine that you just stumbled into this and blindly started playing. I'm sure you do some sort of study.
I'm a luck box. I just close my eyes and, no. Study for me needs to go up for sure. The more this has been taken seriously, but up until now, like most of my poker knowledge has come from YouTube for free videos. Jonathan Little, honestly, is like the main poker coach I've watched and learned from, and just lots of reps and integrating that stuff. But no, I definitely want to start studying more now that things have been, as good as they have been, so.
Yeah, you want to keep that streak running.
For sure.
Do you have people, friends of yours, other poker players that you share stories with, share hands, talk about hands?
Not in like analysis sort of way. Definitely getting more and more friends throughout the community, but no, not study groups. I've thought about some things like that, and those conversations have been brought up about starting them, but nothing official,
So Taylor Maas asked the question, what's next for Tyreese? Are we going to stay and play local, or are we going to start traveling and playing in other places?
Yeah, it's a great question. Stay local for now. Keep doing what works. Like it's like you said, it's been a good year, but these past few months have been explosive, and I can't get too lost in it, so stay local still, but I definitely want to start testing the waters local around Minnesota, Midwest area, and start moving around sooner here or later. But yeah.
So is this something that you want to do to take over your software job? I mean, when people win a big sum of money, or even sometimes a very small sum of money in poker, it starts to seem pretty easy, and it seems like, hey, not so bad. All I got to do is just beat Chris Jones every other week, and that's a career, and things happen, and I think that's part of the allure of poker. Is that something you'd like to do? Do you see yourself going beyond what you're playing now, or is it just a hobby and you like to travel to, I don't know, Iowa to play poker and stuff like that?
Well, right now, side gig, but like it sounds ideal to me. I know, like you said, there's the allure, and I'm learning more and more. I've been networking with people and learning more and more that it's not all it's cracked up to be, but that's definitely like seems like it would be ideal if I could support myself and family, whatever, through poker. Yeah, and I really am loving it and enjoying it. So, yeah.
So, what's the worst thing about poker? We always talk about what the great things are about poker. I'm Debbie Downer on this podcast. So, what's the worst thing for you for poker?
The worst thing for me with poker, time, I guess. Yeah. It's very time consuming, especially like if I were to pursue it full time. I've been playing a good amount more recently, and it is time consuming. So, and limp jamming. I really do hate limp jamming. So,
Well, you should just stop doing it. I don't know why you keep limp jamming.
No. Yeah.
Notes here. Next tournament.
Oh God.
You're gonna see a limp jam from Dan Kennedy. I got a feeling next time you're at the table.
Snap calling.
UTG limps being engaged.
Now, if you do get a limp jam from Daniel Kennedy, I would suggest calling all day long.
Yeah, for sure.
A limp jam from like somebody that looks like me, you might want to fold right away.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. I've noticed. So.
You've noticed. When have you ever seen me limp jam? Unless it's small blind. It's never, sir.
All right.
We've got. What is the? We talk about the swings, but yourself and I feel we're cut from similar cloth. Where last year, anything over a 150 was a shot take for me. I saw you at the Fall Poker Classic, playing 1100. Is the with the not that you have to disclose your personal finances and everything, is the money being put aside for bankroll? Are we taking it aside for other big purchases? What is the tournament schedule going to be looking like coming up? Are you above the 150s now? Are you above 100s? Are you still going to be mixing it up in those live streets on the daily grind?
Yeah, definitely need to establish more of like a solidified set aside bankroll. That's something I'm learning throughout this whole journey. But definitely gonna, like I said, stick to what was working, which is like the 150s. But take my shots at these bigger ones as they come up. I definitely didn't before, these cheap and deeps and these 300s and 500s. I might have thought about buying in once, but that was it. But now, Big Turkey, you won some of my money, so you're welcome.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Final table or anything.
But yeah, I'm definitely going to just keep doing what works, but then take some bigger shots as they arise, and get more serious about those. So yeah.
So you said you're getting engaged, or you are engaged, and that means you're going to get married. That's generally how that process works.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
So, you usually
let's see all five first.
Have this laid out for you, but so how does sometimes it's difficult with partners in terms of you're spending this money, and it's great when you're winning money, but it's not so great when you're losing money. How have you managed that relationship over the time?
That, like I said, that the time piece is that's why, is because I have a partner and a dog. So that it's a crucial piece, and it's still new, still learning, as we're going through this. And it has been helping that it's been so fruitful the past couple months. She's very happy about it now. It's a journey though, and still learning on that piece of it. But like I said, it's been good these few months, so we're good.
Are you going to change the vows to be like in sickness and in health and in downswings and in upswings?
Of course, she
limp raises. She
knows what's up now. So
I think Daniel would be a good person to talk to just about how that works, because for a long time, talking to Daniel, anytime he won something, he would always share a little bit with his wife and his family. And so whenever he wanted to go play poker, she didn't really argue too much with him and said, okay, that sounds great. Well, I wonder what I'm going to get this time.
Yeah.
The rules got to change when you win more. You can't hand over 50% when you're winning more all the time. You need to have a bankroll.
That's right.
But seriously, if you do want to talk offline about that, I think it's especially talking with other people in the poker public, I know some guys said, like, yeah, if we'd have followed some rules, we probably wouldn't have gotten divorced. So it is very important, whatever you do, to make sure that she's on the same page with you.
For sure. I appreciate that, and definitely will take you up on that for sure.
Dan, if that's generally true for most guys in marriage, regardless of whether they're poker players, if they just would have followed some rules, they wouldn't have ended up divorced. So,
Sure.
Here's a question that came out of the YouTube: Is does your fiance play poker?
No, not yet. I wish. But maybe I don't. I don't know. Maybe, who knows? But no, she does not. But her interest has definitely been more piqued. So yeah.
Yeah, I saw she was in the picture with you holding up a finger, right?
Yes, sir.
When
Number
you won
one.
the Hollow Scream. Number one.
Number one.
So-
I was going to bring
does
that
she-
up in case that wasn't her.
that's one of the rules. Always have your fiance in the picture when you win money at a poker
Yeah.
table.
Definitely. So does she rail you very often, or did
Yeah,
she
no,
just
that was
show
a-
up because you were on the final table?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that was her first time. Like, she doesn't do the casino much. She's been in the casino before, but not the poker room. That was the first time in the poker room, and watching me on the tournament. So it was funny to see her reaction was delayed. Sometimes she was like, "What? Like, how loud? You know, super good is this?" When I won, she didn't fully cheer because she was just like, "Is it over?" Like, you know. But no, she the one time she was there was my biggest score. So obviously she needs to start coming more often.
Yeah, definitely.
She was not the only person on your rail, though. How'd you get multiple railbirds going there?
That's just been meeting people, and I was at a home game the night before, and I took first in that, and I told them I was playing this tournament, and like two of them showed up. Texted a buddy who's always at Running Aces, and he showed up, and yeah, so that was the first time I ever had a rail, and yeah, that was fun.
I imagine Daniel was on the rail after you got busted out.
Yeah, for Chris.
Ooh, this is awkward.
Yeah, this is very awkward.
I've
Is
known
that
Chris
true?
longer.
Oh, that's true.
For Chris, no, I've been meaning.
You
to talk to
had
about
like
that,
10
man.
people on your rail.
No, this seems like a good
I liked
place
all
to talk
three of
about that.
If I didn't know you in 2024, so I've got no problem cheering on my boy Chris. I like Kanat as well, so
For sure.
we had a rougher start though.
Sounds like all of you did very, very well. I was looking at the final table picture that they posted on X, and there was only 2 people with RecPoker patches on. So Tyreese, I think next time you run into Chris, ask him for a couple of RecPoker patches. So
For sure.
You can promote our podcast and your spot on it. So
Definitely.
all right.
And for coming out in January for RecPoker weekend
Oh yeah.
At Running Aces.
at Running
Yes.
Aces
Yeah, I'll be.
Hotel and Casino.
I'll most likely be there.
Yeah, they do quite a bit for us at Running Aces. They've been our sponsor since the beginning, since
Yeah,
like
okay.
2017 or whenever we started this thing. And they've been really, really supportive of us. And they actually, the first time we ever did it was in 2020. We had a RecPoker Day at Running Aces. Now we have RecPoker Weekends at Running
Nice.
Aces. So it's definitely something that we encourage everybody. If you can make it there, get to Minnesota and go. If you're already in Minnesota, what's your excuse, right?
When is it? What weekend?
I'm not sure yet what weekend. Jim might know because Jim does all of that scheduling. I know last year it was the last weekend of January, so I'm not sure when it is this coming
I
January.
don't think it's been officially announced yet. I think they have the dates, but I don't think they've launched it.
Right.
So
But
Tyreese,
you
you
see-
mentioned playing online. There's some questions coming on the chat if you ever do streaming.
No, I don't. I've streamed to my friends here and there, but it's something that I definitely like. If I were to pursue this full time, like I would definitely incorporate some streaming. And yeah.
Seems like we got at least one in the chat that would be interested if you do, because you seem like you have the personality for it.
Yeah,
I mean, I know slightly better, but they don't.
yeah, for sure. It's definitely has my interest because it would be fun. Although I don't want to get too degen on camera,
Just juices your action for live when the money's bigger.
So you played with Dan. Dan looks to be a very fun player at the table.
This Dan?
This Dan, yeah. This Dan. I mean, he's never sitting there with headphones and a hoodie pulled over his head where you can't see him. He looks like he's there interacting with people and having fun.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is that kind of your persona at the table, or are you more of a hoodie, sunglasses, headphones kind of guy?
I definitely have the headphones, but a good mix of both. I definitely love, that's why I love live, is just it's fun. I'm personable. I like to talk to people, and we're playing a game. So I try to make it fun, and sometimes there's some sticklers, but I try to interact, and usually the community's nice. So yeah, a little both though. I definitely take my headphones and lock in sometimes.
Okay. How about you, Dan? Do you ever do that?
If there is somebody that is annoying and drunk and not me, I will put in headphones.
But if you're annoying and drunk, you don't put on the headphones.
I do not. No.
Okay,
That's for everybody else to enjoy. But that only really happens at RecPoker weekend. So.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, I mean, it's it's we do have a little bit of fun, but I don't unless there's somebody that's super out of line. I'm there to have a good time. Hopefully make some money, but I want to have a good time.
All right. Well, I want everybody to start typing food bank into the YouTube chat. And this month, we're giving away a free month of Jaka coaching. Now, Jaka coaching has a sale going on right now where you can get up to 33% off your poker training by signing up with Jaka coaching. So go to RecPoker/partners, and you can see all of our learning partners, and Jaka coaching is right there, and you can take advantage of that sale that he's having going on right now. And by putting food bank in the chat right now, you have an opportunity to win a free month of Jaka coaching, so you can check it all out before you actually sign up. Now, we're also looking for 3 names for Stake Study Stack, and I'll try to explain what that is to Tyreese if he hasn't heard it before. Kiss, Marry, Kill. It's an old thing that we used to do when we were younger. And this is similar to that. So we're going to give you 3 names, and we're going to ask you which one you would like to study with, which one you'd like to stake in a poker game, either cash or a tournament, and which one you would like to just stack all his chips.
Love it. Let's do it.
So I'm looking for names. Looks like I've got a few of them in here.
While you're getting names in there, I did have somebody in one of the Discords ask about a story. Said that there was some, at the Fall Poker Classic, there was some banter back and forth that got a little loud between you and another person. I was wondering if you could color in the details on what happened in that event.
Oh, Dan, it was nothing crazy. WazWaz. I have been seeing him around and learning who he is, and that's been cool and fun. And I was at the FPC, the Fall Poker Classic, in a tournament. And he sat down right next to me, and so I thought it was a cool opportunity to learn from him and just talk to him, because I know how successful he is. And but there was a hand I I can't remember. He won a hand off of me, and I think I said something like he's just getting the chips ready to then push them all to me, is what I said, or something like that. And then a few hands later, 4 or 5 hands later, he basically stacked me. I doubled him up in a big hand, and then afterwards he said something like, "That's why you shouldn't be cocky. What you said I was going to do to you, you did to me." Which he was right. I had a bunch of chips, and I kind of just pushed them all to him. And so
Wow.
that's what that was. Yeah.
So real wordsmith there.
Now, is that Rob WazWaz or
Yes,
Steve
sir.
WazWaz?
Rob.
Okay, I figured that's who it was. Yeah.
Yeah. But he's a cool guy. He's been, like I said, been interacting with him and a lot of the other prominent Minnesota names, and that's been fun. But yeah, we butted heads a little bit. It was cool though.
Cool. So I think we have some names here for Stake Study Stack, and yeah, we got 3 names, and I got another name somebody threw out there that I'd like to include in this. So the 3 that I've got, by Taylor mentioned 3 names, and that's pretty obvious for us for the podcast because it's all Wrecking Crew members. But I want to throw in this other name that Kenny 322 put in there. I don't know. Is he somebody you know? That's his
Kenny
YouTube name.
That's
That's you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's Kennedy.
Yeah.
Never mind. Let's do this. We're going to go with Stake Study Stack. Now, remember, this is like Kiss, Marry, Kill. You're going to, who do you want to study with, who you want to stack, and who you want to stake.
Okay.
So we've got Rob WazWaz,
Okay.
Taylor Maas, and
Okay.
Dan Kennedy.
Oh boy. Stake, study, stack. These 3. Yeah, I'm gonna have to stack Daniel.
Good.
Just because he's Daniel. I want his chips, man. He's fun. But the squad's, he's too powerful. He's leveling up. I gotta send him home. So I'm gonna stack him. Study and stake. Yeah, I'm gonna stake Waz just because that seems like a good financial decision. And then I'm gonna study Taylor because he got the best of me in the tournament we played at the Fall Poker Classic. We were sitting kind of just following each other through the whole tournament, and then final table, and he got me in a big hand, and he ended up winning. So that was cool. And yeah, study with him.
Yep, I think that's a good choice. I think that's a good choice all the way around.
Yeah. But
I
Hell,
think
Rob, what I do to you?
I would have probably made those same. Nothing, Daniel. I just like to stack it. You know that.
I mean, the staking would not be a bad decision this year. I mean, every other year,
sure.
no, but this year is a good year to stake.
Remember, I want to swap with you. You didn't want to swap.
You did.
So.
No swaps. No swaps.
So you're Dan, no swap Kennedy, and this is Tyreese, no chop Robinson.
Exactly.
All right. All right. Has anybody got any more questions for our guests tonight?
If there was
deep
one
dives,
thing,
Joe?
well, I was just about to, and then you keep cutting me off. So the question I would ask is, if there was one thing that people don't know about you, right? There's not a lot of, I'm known as the stalker because I go find things about people online and bring it forward, which is probably not a great nickname for a psychologist, but I digress. Anyway, what's the one thing that would surprise people about you that maybe they don't know, or you that you want to tell the literally millions of people listening right now?
Oh man, that's a good question.
What would surprise people about you?
I don't know. I really I don't know. I'm joking on this one. I don't know. This is I'm open book. I feel like I'm struggling to think of an answer because I'm open book. Like,
Well, so tell me a little bit about the musician that was on your side. It clearly wasn't you. It looked like you'd followed him for a while. He had some opportunity. Are you produce music? Was it somebody that you knew?
musician, my brother.
Okay.
My brother. I have a big family. Yeah, I don't. But my brother's a musician, and he's a Minnesota musician. Shout out to him. Killer Lost. But no, I don't know, honestly. Sorry, that's a lame answer, but
No, well, I tried to be a deep dive, but everybody knows everything about you. So there's nothing. There's no depths to delve right now. maybe some other day.
All right. Want to remind everybody to put food bank in the comments on YouTube. And if we don't have any more questions for Tyreese, here's something. How big is your family? How many brothers and sisters do you have?
I have 7 brothers and sisters.
Wow.
But my dad, and then my dad is the baby of 9. So like my cousins. Wow. Yeah, I have a family reunion shirt and all our names are on the back, and it's literally takes up the entire back of the shirt. Yeah, I have a really big family, and that's fun to have.
Well, let's follow up with how supportive are they about your poker?
Very. They are super happy for me. They see it. Like you said, it's been a great year, and I've been sharing my success, and it's fun to share that with them and have such good support from them. So they're super happy for me, and yeah,
that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right. Okay. I think that's all we have for you today, Tyreese. Thank you very much for coming on the show. Now, is there anything that you want to talk about or explain to our audience before we let you go?
Well, first, thank you for having me. This was awesome. I definitely want to get more involved with the RecPoker community and learn more about it. And so I super appreciate this opportunity. And I'm excited thanks for joining, for everybody who joined. I'm excited to meet more people and grow with Minnesota poker, because it seems like things are booming and trending upwards. So I'm excited.
Great. Yeah, you'd be a great addition to the RecPoker community. I think you should go ahead and join, and you can start getting involved in the conversations that we've got going on here, and be a lot of fun having you, I'm sure.
Absolutely. Thank you.
So you can hang out here if you'd like. We're going to go through some home game stats and things like that, which are kind of boring. So we usually let our guests off the hook and say you can go ahead and leave while we finish up the rest of our podcast. And thank you very much for coming on the show.
Yeah, thank you so much. Have a good one, everybody.
You too.
Take care, Tyreese.
Same.
Okay, John, I think you're up. And he's on mute. Oh, no, he isn't.
Okay, I didn't think I was. Another reminder that we are now doing TOC Tuesdays, so the Tournament of Champions will be on Tuesdays from now on. And November's mixed game event is going to be 8-game mix. So first, we'll start off with the No Limit Hold'em Championship Series. This is played the first Wednesday of each month, and players accumulate points for the Player of the Year race. Michael Babker, got his first victory this year in the No Limit Hold'em event. And Stewie 13, Stuart Carriage, has taken the lead in the POY points race. Next, we have our Mixed Game Championship Series, and that was Limit Deuce to 7 Triple Draw. And Ivor Big One won his first Mixed Game Championship, and JBT Twin Cities has retaken the Player of the Year points race lead. Next, we have our Tournament of Champions that was held on November 11th, and Jonah Wise Guy won that, and his name is Jonathan Wiseman. Next, Ivor Big won a daily tournament for the first time this year. JD Cat 32 Jeff Catalano won his 5th nightly tournament for the year. Larson's Opening George Borden won his 5th nightly tournament for the year. Jimmy Boots Mike Smearden got his 4th nightly victory for the year. Ship and Flip Wreck Luke O'Driscoll got his 5th nightly victory for the year. K-Poker Wannabe Ron Payton got his 15th nightly victory for the year. E. Anderson 85 Eric Anderson also got his 15th victory for the year. Ship and Flip Wreck Luke O'Driscoll then got his 6th nightly victory for the year. Stuyvesant Ryven Standall got his 1st international victory for the year. Poker Geek MN John Somsky got his 1st international victory for the year. E. Anderson 85 Eric Anderson got his 5th international victory for the year. And One Jack Black Brett got his 3rd international victory for the year. Then we come to the LPP events. Lefty 19 Mike B won his 1st LPP event, and Graphic 16 Roger Schutte got his 3rd LPP event for the year. So if you win an LPP event, you can contact info@rec.poker for your free month at Learn Pro Poker.
Thanks, John. Way to go. Way to go. I'm going to announce one thing that I should probably go over, and that's our ROI results for October. And let's go to here. And interestingly enough, there are 10 names on the list. The reason there are 10 names and not only 5 is because 5 of the people on the top 5 were Wrecking Crew members. So
Wow.
they're not eligible. So we want to make sure that our premium members get mentioned over and above our Wrecking Crew members. But here we go. Number 1 was 7 High 11. John Crowell, which is he's been with us for years and years, a regular on the book study, and it seems like it's working really well for him. Then we have Kellis 196220, Kelly Stork. I met her at the first Rec Poker Day at Running Aces 5 years ago. Then we have Walton JB, a Wrecking Crew member, Joe Walton, with 102% ROI. Then Oslo Burger, premium member, 78% ROI. And then East Coast Bitter, our very own Ben Enslow with 45% ROI. And then we have Rabman 50 with 42% ROI.
Ooh.
And then Rabman 50, I think
Who's that?
They call him the Rec Poker Santa or something like that.
Well, I don't know if he exists.
He might be a figment of my imagination.
Sorry, I could not resist that
That
one.
was good.
That's
That was
great.
good.
That's great. And then we had Fergie 56, Kim Kilroy came in with 28% ROI. And then another Wrecking Crew member, Poker Geek MN, came in at 17% ROI. Then we have Stewie 13 at 12% ROI, and in the fifth place in the premium members is Larson's Opening, and he's at -1%. So the top 9% of people that were above 0% were 5 of them were Wrecking Crew members. So that just tells you, get involved in poker. Somehow you end up doing a little bit better every time you play. So now I'm going to go to our silent and invisible producer, Rob Gardner.
Silent but deadly. Silent but deadly.
Yeah.
What's a producer?
And we're going to give away our prize this month. Oh, we're going to put a donation into a food bank. Looks like our man Daniel Kennedy.
Fixed.
So Daniel Kennedy, if you're hearing this, you can send an email to info@rec.poker, and you could be set up with a free month of Jaka coaching.
Awesome.
Evil Roy, that's awesome. I don't know if people do that. He says, so people aren't reading the chat. He says, kids could be watching, and I'd have to explain there really is a rap man, and they were just kidding. That's great.
That's funny. That is funny. Nicely done, Dave.
Yes, we love Dave.
All right. Do we have anything else for tonight? Have we exhausted all of our oodles of knowledge that we're spreading around the world?
I've got no knowledge to bring.
No knowledge to bring? Okay, well, I want to remind everybody that we're sponsored by runningaces.com or Running Aces. And on Black Friday, they have a free roll. Now, I've been to that Black Friday free roll. Show up early because it gets pretty crowded in there. And there's rebuys. Are you going to be there, Daniel?
No, but show up like an hour early.
Yeah.
You think 15 minutes early is going to be enough, as I did when I tried to play the free rolls. It is early enough to make it in by the end of the second break.
Yep, definitely. I've been in line for the free rolls at Running Aces and at Canterbury because I think they both do them, don't they? No, Canterbury.
I haven't seen Canterbury run one in a long time. I think there was
no. It's not a free roll. It's a low buy-in tournament that gets a lot of action. And both times I've had to stand in line for quite a while to get a seat. So get there early. Go to Running Aces for Black Friday and look for on the schedule for the MSPT coming in December. And I don't know where our invisible producer is, but we should have some music starting right about now. Maybe I missed the cue. Is there am I supposed to go like this or?
Well,
starting on Tuesday with their tag team event.
The winner of the food bank raffle actually has to sing us out. So who is that today? Oh, Daniel.
Good amount of lyrics to sing.
Thanks everybody for coming. Sorry we're so disorganized today. Our fearless leader wasn't here, but